it's always difficult as a news organization to decide how much to focus on the gunman. And in the coming days, we'll probably reduce our coverage of him. But right now, people want to know what motivated his hate. And in the absence of any insight from family or friends, our Adrienne Arsenault has been piecing together what might have motivated him. Adrienne?
So we've been looking into this alleged shooter's life as much as possible, trying to understand a bit of what happened. And there are lots of personal details that seem perfectly benign. He was raised in a large family. He was homeschooled, religious. He joined the cadets as a young man. Interestingly, it was described to us that he loved the military, but he was never a professional soldier. There's no criminal record, and actually police said today that until this moment, they weren't aware of him at all. Now, he did work once at a Walmart, and a former colleague said that he'd actually been fired from that job for being defiant. Another one said that he had been invited along on a company camping trip. He brought his gun with him and sat up all night long drinking. Another colleague from yet another job said that he recalled him talking endlessly about wanting to join the militia. Now, also, it's key that when he was first spotted, it was in his own neighborhood. He walked right past people who saw him, recognized him, and described him this way.
He's got a couple roommates there too. I guess supposedly they're at the shooting range all the time, and he's known to have like a bad temper and a bad attitude.
So that means that he walked right by civilians and didn't hurt them. He was heading straight for the police, and that he would target the police seems to fit with what some of his friends have been saying, which is that about a year ago, he seemed to develop a real fury about the police. He changed his demeanor. He really adopted a very revolutionary tone. Curiously, it was about a year ago that Moncton police were involved in a high-profile and controversial shooting, and it was only 2 weeks ago that police were cleared of any wrongdoing in that shooting. Now, this may or may not have anything to do with what's been happening. If you glance at his believed social media postings today, this totally fits with this. Lots of references to U.S. militias, conspiracy theories. There are anti-police rants about the need for people to protect themselves against governments, and huge anger with any form of authority. Now, we showed these pages to extremism researchers around North America who said this is a familiar pattern. Someone who isn't an official member of a known extremist group but seems to adopt the lingo. One researcher in particular called it the behavior of an outlier of outliers. She said it's reminiscent of the language used by Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma City bomber, and Anders Breivik, the Norwegian mass shooter. Crucial now for police is figuring out if he had help, and what makes this all worse for them is the realization that he actually has some fans, people who've been posting videos, creating songs, giving him nicknames, and disturbingly writing statements supporting the murder of police.
Thanks so much, Adrienne. Adrienne Arsenault tonight.